Here at the start of our narrative, please refrain from seeking your name. Those herein represent links to a chain in which you are intrinsically bound, and shall forever remain within our hearts and family domain. It may come as a surprise to you, but my brother Geoff was not perfect. Indeed, it was not in his nature to court such nomenclature, an uncomfortable epithet to sit kindly upon his brow or carry on his chest. But God saw to it. Geoff was marvellously and wonderfully made, knitted into our lives and set in place to grace our personal relational space. For this earthly season we embrace the reason he was created and chosen, husband, father, grandpa, uncle, cousin, brother and son. For us who loved him, there is no question, when all is said and done, Geoff truly was the perfect one. We humans seek a curious treasure, finding humour and taking pleasure of countless imperfections, and Geoff for sure made us laugh so lekker. In days to come, please take note, 77 years holds many an anecdote. The supreme antidote mirth shall engineer and find a cure, when tears may fall and our hearts may glimpse his shadow on the wall. With curries, biryani and samosas, roast beef, roast potatoes, don't even trifle with his bread and butter pudding, with the promise of bacon sizzling, fried eggs with yolks intact, Dunnable pitches to crack or narchies for a snack. Geoff gave a mean piggyback, hastening in anticipation along the pipe track. Later, with Latino tastes and home bakes that Patty makes, all vie for a place. Fresh fish on the fry, barbecue meat on the braai, exotic spices and fruit piled high, when friends and family come by. With bread and wine, some sporting a vintage label, all in communion dine around the plentiful table. Many, many memory-making blessed blessings feed our recollection, too numerous to mention, each accompanied in musical song. Geoff would blend his harmony, conjuring notes to sing along, and he would sing. My goodness, how he could sing. Beautiful dreamer, a crooner, let his tenor vocals fly, one more dying day the embers signify. His old chommies may have called him goofy, but on the piano, yea, my booty could play the boogie-woogie. Bragging was not his style, his family always made him smile, admired the love, strength and beauty that graced his daughter-in-laws Maria and Julie. He was, however, prone to make a joyful noise, to brag on Connor, Reed and Lane, Stu and Rog, of course, his magnificent boys. Diverse interests opened the door to finding many lifelong friends. He'd make us guffaw, in laughter roar, he'd stick out his bum to jive on the dance floor, and what's more, when music would soar, his head would incline as notes realign, and jazz would win to settle the score. At one point, leather against willow was his thing. He really could swing. Boys, can you confirm if whenever he swung, resulted a hole-in-one? The 60s saw a fine young man, fit, hale and hearty, blowing breezy kisses, whispering nighty-night to his bockie, then swung his body round the courting pole, a regular Cape Townian Gene Kelly. His bockie Patty became his beloved wife, whom he partnered, loved and honoured for the rest of his life. The Lion of Judah never left his side. During dark days, bereft, he clung to the cleft within the enormous rock he tried to scale. Often wisdom would abound. Geoff knew how and when to abseil, to land older and wiser, upon shifting sand, and navigate unstable ground. I am his sister, Carol by name, singer by nature. But I was not his only sister, nor Roy his only brother. Wonderful adopted siblings were added along the way, and their children too came to play aboard the caravan. Across the world we span. Family has always been the bedrock of the eternal plan. God knows when we shall meet again, so we will leave it in His hand. A soft kiss good night. Into the parting glass thirst-quenching water flow. One last nighty night till it was time to go. When you felt it was safe, you left. My beautiful brother, Geoff.